Okay, come out, come out. We gonna be like this.
Bro, I'm not doing that.
All right, come on, lame-o, let's talk. Why you always want to hold your mic?
Bro, just let me
Bro,
do
you
me,
corny,
bro.
bro. You corny.
Golly, do I tell you about your mic?
You always want to hold your mic, bro.
Just let me do me, G.
We're gonna talk about 3 topics. The first topic is gonna be how we spent $7,000, nearly $7,000, trying to get situated in Thailand. We didn't even expect to spend that much, but we did. The next topic is going to be about our mental health since we've been here for almost a month now, right?
Yeah.
And then the third topic is going to be our hospital experience, which was really cool, but also kind of alarming in a way because we found out some news that, you know, we weren't expecting. So let's get into it.
We quickly realized and figured out that cheap is not the right word to use for Thailand.
Yeah.
Anybody who's saying, oh, well, I could survive in Thailand off $1,000 or 1,500, that could be the case for a lot of people, but I don't think anybody that's living on that strict of a budget is actually living. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't say they're not living because they may be for sure living, but they're not as comfortable. That's kind of where the 7K went with comfortability as far as like our place, what they had in it. Am I comfortable with like the cleanliness, things in that matter, where I'm very OCD, so I can't just be in a hut and be okay with that. Like I have to have a certain type of living so that I can feel comfortable within my mindset. And also, he has adapted my ways as well, so now he's feeling the same way where he can't just be in a hut either. But we actually tried to dumb down our pricing and stuff like that. Not dumb down, but like lower our budget. And we were looking at the places like, but, you know.
We went to like a couple different furniture stores, and as you know, majority of the condos already come furnished. But we signed a 2-year lease, and since we signed a 2-year lease, we just decided that we probably should get a new couch. It had stains on it.
It had mad stains on it. It
Also,
wasn't like trifling, but it wasn't where I could just lay my head on it and be like, okay, this is cool.
We also got rid of our bed. We have a great
Landlord,
whoever owned our condo.
Yeah.
She been showing up.
She's cool as hell.
Right.
Okay, so first things first was the couch. The couch was roughly around $100 to $200, which wasn't bad. I'm like, this is cool. So then we got this like centerpiece table, which actually like pushes up into a desk area, which I really wanted because we don't have that much like desk area there. We have a desk, but I also wanted us to be able to both be at the desk. So I was looking for a longer desk so that we can both sit at the desk. But now that we have this like centerpiece table, I could be at this desk and he could be at that desk, and you know we're working simultaneously. So then after the desk, we needed another
rug.
Rugs, they had stains on it too. And I'm not saying that they were terrible, y'all, but again, if we're gonna be here for 2 years, I need to be comfortable. We need to be comfortable. Then there was the bed. So the bed was free, meaning like the mattress that they came with. So the mattress had some like stains on it a little bit, and I wasn't going for that. And they were like feminine stains, so y'all know what that means. And I'm like, yeah, how about no? So she replaced that. She didn't know, she would have already replaced it, but she didn't know. She replaced that. I have bad allergies, so there's a lot of, like our apartment accumulates a lot of dust.
Yeah, a lot of dust.
Like a lot of dust. And I'm just trying to figure out where does all this dust come from? So first thing I was like, maybe we should clean out the vents from our air conditioners so that it can be like filtered, you know, a lot of dust coming in and out your air filter. So I'm like, maybe we should start there. That didn't work. So then I'm like looking at these curtains, these long, tall curtains where it was more stains on it. So I'm like, maybe we should wash the curtains. So we washed the curtains, and it's just still more dust, but it ain't as bad. So I'm just like, maybe because of the tall ceilings and all the like light that comes in the room, it accumulates more dust than usual.
Or
I
like
don't know.
like maybe the dust is like coming out of the fixtures that's like
Something.
hanging from the ceiling. I don't know.
So in total, our furniture came up to be like $700, which ain't bad. You know what I'm saying? I got a desk, I got couches, I got a couch, I got a chair, I got a centerpiece table, I got rugs, I got miscellaneous stuff for the house too. Everything's $700. That ain't bad, right?
As far as food goes, it's hard to tell whether eating out every day is actually cheaper than cooking, but it just seemed like a lot of the meals and a lot of times we eat, we don't feel as satisfied or like fulfilled.
Cause the meals be mad small, y'all. They be good as hell, but they be small and they be spicy.
Super spicy.
Dumb spicy. And I'm just like, yikes. A meal, you probably would buy like 3 of them things just to be full. You know, like 7-Eleven has plenty meals that we really actually like and we enjoy and we eat a lot of. But we need like 3 of them joints or 2 at the max for real, because we just not full enough. But also that's probably us adapting to how we used to eat back in the United States, big back territory. So maybe we just kind of need to adjust. But also like, I want to be full. Another thing about food, grocery store runs kind of add up. So it's like, you can spend a lot of money in the grocery store too, because most of the food proportions are small. And like, even if you get like a bag of chicken or something like that, small. So you need about like 3-4 of them joints just to, you know, be full or whatnot. And like, they have a lot of the foods that we usually eat in the United States. They just have different ingredients within it. For example, I tend to get this certain pancake mix that I always get in the United States. It's gluten-free and I love it. Man, I bought it out here. It broke my heart because I'm the pancake queen, period. You know what I'm saying? I can make you a pancake right now and be satisfied. You'll be satisfied. But like, every time I made a pancake here, I fumbled the bag.
I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's something different in the ingredients.
It's something different in those ingredients because and they even say it's something different in the ingredients on the back because they have this sticker on the back of your food labels nowadays that's in Thai language. I'm just a little bit sad about that, honestly, because I love pancakes. So we're trying to allocate at least like $400 to $500 a month towards food. We'll see how that goes. Right now, it's kind of looking a little bit more than that, but we'll see how that goes.
We really didn't have a strict budget, which I feel like could have been helpful before we came down to decide, okay, this is what we absolutely willing to spend on rent. This is what we absolutely willing to spend on food and getting grabs, which luckily, you know, we caught on to using the MRT and BTS, which I feel like is cheap. Super convenient, definitely a lot cheaper. But even if we did come with a budget, of course, life is life. So you have things that may arise that you don't account for. So one of the things we really wanted to do coming out here is to be able to really take care of our health, go to the hospital often, get checkups, you know, because a lot of people might want to go to the hospital, but they feel like it's too expensive, or, you know, even if you do use insurance, you're still coming out of your pocket for something. And I think just in our community altogether, in terms of hospital, a lot of people tend to be afraid because they don't want to find out bad news or anything like that. But we definitely got to prioritize going to the hospital because you could possibly catch something that could later on turn into something bad. But anyway, we both got checkups and it was cool. It was definitely a good experience. Super clean.
Super clean.
Yeah, one of the best experiences I could say that I have had within the hospital.
Super duper clean, man. They have their like cleaners on go, like on a like you will see the time log and it'll say like every hour come clean. And I'm like, that's crazy, because you know, back in the United States and stuff like that, not all hospitals, but most hospitals aren't the best upkeep.
So we went through We got full body checkups. I think we got the executive package. So the way that it works at certain hospitals, when you go and get checkups, they have like a chart and they have a list, and they treat you based on your age bracket. So if you're not a certain age, at a certain age to where they might typically look for certain things, they won't see you.
So
I think you have to go to a different hospital for that.
An example for that was, so I am about to be 30, right? And to get a mammogram for women, which is, checking your breasts or whatever, you have to be over 40. And I feel like that's kind of in the US too, but also they're very strict about it. Even if you wanted to pay for it out of pocket, they're like, no, you don't need to get it right now. So I was kind of bombarded by that when I wanted to get that, and they were like, you can't because you're not old enough. And I'm just like, okay.
And that might be location specific though. Like maybe that's just that particular hospital that we wanted to go to that operates that way. So we'll have to maybe visit some other hospitals to get more input on that.
And we visited Bumrungrad International Hospital. I hope I'm saying that right.
But yeah, it was cool, great overall experience. They fed us. So while I was getting checked out, they did a full ultrasound of my whole abdominal. They looked for cancer. They took blood. They did a lot of stuff. We was there for at least 5 to 6 hours. I couldn't help but to notice that when I was getting my ultrasound done, I couldn't help but notice that they were spending like a lot of time on different areas. So of course they're speaking Thai, so I can't understand what they're saying. But I had one doctor, she came in and she had somebody else come in as well. And they went over me for about a good 25 minutes in that same area. So I think I didn't drink enough water, so I had to leave, go out, we ate, and then they called me back. The thing I really like about the hospital is that you don't have to go home and wait 2 weeks for them to send you your results. They sit you down and they tell you right at the end, these are the things, like they go level by level. Your cholesterol is this, your blood pressure is this, your heartbeat. So that's really cool.
I also want to note that the way that they maneuver in the hospital is a team effort.
Yeah.
Like, when I tell you from this test to this test, there's somebody in between walking you to your next destination. There's no confusion. Everybody's in alignment. Like, I loved it. It was just like all in sync.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
And I like the hospital clothes that they gave.
Yeah, it was
us.
real
It was
chill.
cool. It felt good, you know what I'm saying? Little hospital drip, you know what I'm saying? I wear it outside.
Why
the
not?
hospital.
You
feel me?
would not wear that outside.
I definitely would. I would.
Somebody get it for him so he can wear it, y'all.
No cap. Oh yeah, so they let you know all your results and everything that's going on. So they discovered that I had nodules. They call them nodules. NODULES. And I had 4 of them on my liver. Of course, I don't know what that means. So the best way to kind of explain it, it's a specific term that you use, but from what she was explaining to me, I think they're clusters of like veins on my liver.
I think it was
they're like
clusters of blood.
I don't know if it's blood, I don't know if it's just vessels, but I have 4 of them. And a lot of times they don't actually know how people get them. It's not something that is necessarily treatable. Like, I was asking them to explain it to me. I was like, well, is there anything that I could do to shrink them? And she was just like, no, some people have them on the outside of their skin, but it doesn't do anything. And sometimes people get them removed just for like cosmetic purposes. She explained to us that she didn't find like any infections or cancerous cells or anything in my other tests, but I don't think she was able to confirm that it absolutely wasn't something that could possibly be a cancer or a tumor. So she gave us 2 options. She said you could either take the doctor's word for it and then just kind of monitor it every so often, or you could get a CAT scan or MRI. And we decided to just go ahead and get an MRI and do a contrast so we could 100% have like a peace of mind. And
how were you feeling? Like, so that him finding out his results was day 1. Then we had to come back the next day to get the test done.
Yeah.
So that time period that, you didn't know what was going on, how were you feeling?
Honestly, I just felt like, for one, it was a wake-up call. I think a lot of times we put certain things off, or like as men, sometimes we assume that we're like invincible or we're Superman, or because I'm this age, this couldn't happen to me, or I couldn't have something that was like super detrimental. But the older you get, you feel things. You get sharp chest pains, you have injuries, and sometimes it's easier to just brush it off and just assume that it's good rather than going to the hospital out of fear of finding something that's bad. But
Yeah.
that will actually be good, because at least, you'll be able to get to it and treat it beforehand. So they put me in the MRI. I was in there for about an hour in that loud machine with the headphones, all the beeping, the dude in my ear, breathe, hold your breath for so-and-so amount of seconds. So I did that for a while, and thankfully it was nothing that was like super concerning. I think if you have a nodule that's about 10 meters or 10 centimeters, then that's cause for concern. Out of my 4 nodules, the biggest one that I had were about 3-4-ish meters, which is still a decent size, but it's nothing that's life-threatening. Like, I'll probably just live with it for the rest of my life and it'd be good. But I would have never known that was the case if we didn't go get checked out. So,
because he didn't have like any pains in his liver or anything like that, but he would have pains other places.
yeah.
And I will always tell him to go get checked up. You don't know what's going on with your body. You always got to get, a second opinion and things like that. You need to get regular checkups in general. Like, even if you don't feel nothing that's going on, you still go get checked up at least once a year,
Right.
But, yeah, that kind of was really hard for the both of us.
Yeah.
Actually seeing him going through it and, like, seeing the fear in your eyes. Like,
bro, I was depressed,
yeah, he was
bro.
really
I don't want to
down.
do nothing. Like, I just really didn't want to have to go into surgery. Like, if it was absolutely necessary, I feel like I would have made the decision to just go ahead and have a surgery. But, your liver, for one, you only get one liver.
Mm-hmm.
And although it's able to, like, repair itself, it's super risky for them to go in and try to separate all these other organs just to get to it. So, it's definitely an eye-opener to make better decisions. I was neglecting my body, too, a lot. I was eating wherever, trash, not exercising. Y'all know how it is when you get in a relationship and you get comfortable, let yourself get out of shape. So I definitely feel like I fell into that.
And vice versa. Like, while we're going through this, again, back to what we said previous, these are unexpected expenses that we weren't, like I had a budget of, spending at least $600 per package, whatnot, you know what I'm saying? And we ended up spending a little bit more because of these extra tests.
Yeah.
So again, like, things add up in a different way when life happens. So just have a little bit of extra so that y'all are more comfortable when y'all come out here, just because a lot of people want to get their full body checkups. This is like the best place to get your health checked, and the fact that it is same day, everything is happening the same day, you get your results same day, that's a luxury, actually.
Yeah.
That's quite a luxury.
Right.
So, save a little bit more, y'all. Don't just come out here willy-nilly and then expect that everything just stay within your budget. It's unrealistic, honestly.
For sure.
Yeah, do more research, too.
Definitely do more research, and really, if you don't have health, you don't have anything.
Yeah.
You're not even in a situation to enjoy any living abroad or experiences, or you want to live life is short. I know y'all hear that all the time, but I realize that we got to do our part to make sure and ensure that we live a long, prosperous life. You got to work towards longevity and not just hope for it. And things can happen. People die regardless, but Lord forbid anything catastrophic happens, it's on you to take care of yourself.
I feel like the overall broad picture of us going to get checked out was for us to be proactive and not reactive. Now, obviously, some things led to us being reactive, but the overall gist of going to go see a doctor, going to go get help, is to be proactive rather than reactive.
Right.
You know?
For sure.
So keep that in mind, y'all. When y'all making sure y'all health, y'all kids' health, your grandparents, dad, mom, whatever, make sure y'all get y'all checkups for real, for real. Roughly out of pocket, that came about $3,000. So y'all do the math from that to that to that. Now, other expenses as far as like our home, we had to put down the first deposit, second deposit, or last deposit or something like that.
We had to pay first month's rent and 2 deposits. So that's what, 25.
That was roughly like $2,500 right there. So we did the furniture, we did the deposits, we did the hospital checkups.
Yeah.
Now we gotta do food, miscellaneous supplies that we need for the house, toilet paper, sandals, towels, rags, all this stuff, because we literally came empty-handed. Like, all we had is a couple clothes and our body wash and stuff like that. Thankful that we put the body wash, deodorant, and all that, we stacked up on that before we left. So that's a good thing to do, especially if you have sensitive skin and you only can use a certain type of body wash. Stack up on that and make sure you have enough of that for at least a good month or two.
Right.
So,
and this is all without really start buying stuff that we want. We haven't even really been out and experienced or explored. We haven't bought any clothes, as you can see, obviously.
Y'all gonna see us retire these in a minute, but
we haven't spent no money on like other things outside of really
our foundation.
Yeah.
Taking care of ourselves and our foundation. But overall, this journey is supposed to be a healing journey. I'm not coming out here to, of course we want to explore and do fun things and things of that nature, but obviously the broader picture for us is to set the tone for the later life that we want.
Right.
So whether that's like sacrificing certain things, sacrificing certain like whatever we got to do to get to the end goal is our type of journey. Like, we're gonna have fun eventually and soon, but we're laying down the foundation right now.
Yeah.
We're about to be 30. We don't have time to play no more.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So
it's like another thing is, it's like being here, it definitely is a much slower pace of living. But what comes with that slower pace of living is isolation.
Yeah.
Reflection.
Lots of reflection.
It causes you to really sit down and
feel. You feel everything, y'all.
Feel and not have a way to distract yourself from whatever is going on. As exciting and as peaceful it is, this is it. If anything go wrong, I can't just go out and get a job real quick, work at Amazon, do Uber, do Lyft. Like, it don't work like that. So,
like,
it's 100%
faith
on us. 100% faith, 100% on us. And because it's been stripping us, I feel like it's kind of been causing us to like kind of
butt heads for sure.
Butt heads. Yeah, like it's overwhelming. Like, it is scary. Like,
you're experiencing a new level of yourself. Like, you're away from family, friends, so you can't just go to your friend's house and be like, girl, such and such. Or lay in your mom and dad's arms and be like, I just want to sit here and just vent to you. No, like, this is the person that I'm relying on for majority of everything.
Yep.
Like, and vice versa. So it really opens your mind up to seeing the person differently too.
Yeah.
To seeing certain things that you weren't really paying attention to, but you were like, you know what I'm saying? And not to say nothing that's negative, but just saying as far as like, you're so close to each other every day, you see everything. There's no running away. We ain't got nowhere to go. We ain't got no job to just like go run off to. We're here with each other every single day. Yesterday, we had a long conversation about this, like how we're feeling, why we're butting heads, et cetera, and we needed that. Definitely. Like, y'all, we needed that so bad.
Yeah.
Oh, but also I want to say that now that we are out here, we are a complete team. I feel like God's way of bringing a team together is to isolate them.
Yeah.
In a way, you know what I'm saying? Like,
sure.
you gonna get isolated for sure. But also, like, backstory. In LA, I had my own business. He was working on his own business and working it and stuff like that. So we had our own thing, but we came together. Now this is us having one thing or two things, and we're both at it at the same time with each other.
Right.
So now we're like learning how to work together in different aspects as far as like business wise. And that's different for us. So, you know, we both got our own strengths and weaknesses, and we just...
One thing I'm realizing, like, I've had to work on my selfishness as a person. And although accomplishing certain things or getting to certain milestones by yourself feel good, having somebody else to grow with and reach certain goals and, you know, check off certain stuff on your list, like, that feels good. You know, that feels so much better than just, you know, just worrying about me. Like, I feel like a lot of times, like, I'm realizing that once I kind of put my pride and my ego to the side and leaned in towards realizing, okay, like, this is my partner, you know, like, we are a team and we do make each other better and we're a great team, you know. And so based on both of the strengths that she has and the strengths that I have, like, I do honestly believe that it's nothing that we won't be able to do. And I do think God has been rewarding us for that. But yeah, it's definitely been changing us spiritually, you know, giving us a different perspective. And it kind of show you, like, okay, you know, this is what you asked for. This is what you wanted. So what are you gonna do to maintain it? And we assumed that we would have a much longer runway to build things, and now we're realizing that we don't. But, you know, you can either look at that as a situation to where it's a bad thing, or you can make the best out of that. And, you know, do what you gotta do, recalibrate, reset, and know that, like, we got everything we need to succeed, you know?
For sure. It's so beautiful out here that we gotta figure it out. Even there's no choice but to figure it out, because you literally gave us exactly what we prayed for, and now we have y'all watching us through our journey as well. And I mean, look at this view, gang. Like,
it's hard to go back, man. It's definitely hard to go back.
I love it here.
And not even, like, and when I say hard to go back, like, it ain't even just because we're in Thailand, but it's the lifestyle that we have now, the time that we have, the freedom that we have, the ability to say, okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna work, yeah, I'm gonna do what I gotta do, but I'm choosing that time. It ain't nobody telling me when I could eat, when I could go to the bathroom, you know, none of that. Like, it's 100% on us. And I much rather this life than our old life. You know, sometimes you just gotta reset, recalibrate, and push through. And I feel like that's what we've been doing, pushing through, praying.
Pray for your partner, pray for yourself, pray for your journey, pray for everything that you feel like you and God need to accomplish together, because always lean in your purpose. Continue to lean in your purpose and not your own desires. You can do a lot of things with God. You can accomplish a lot of things with God. And I'm telling y'all, work on your relationship with God. As I'm working on my relationship with God, as he's working on his relationship with God, that's also something we've been working on too. Reading the Bible more, a couple times out of the week, maybe one time out of the week.
Once a week.
Yeah, it's been every Sunday actually. Yeah, so that's very important, because we wouldn't be here without God. Without Jesus, we really wouldn't. And we're honestly very thankful that you guys are on this journey with us, because, man, when we hit our first 200, we was like, oh,
that's what's up.
We felt like we hit 200,000.
Right.
Like, we appreciate y'all, and we, you know, whatever y'all want to see us talk about next, or whatever thoughts y'all have about this video, please comment below and keep rocking with us, because we appreciate y'all and we love y'all so much.
For sure.
Is there anything you want to say? Well, whoa. Okay, so we sticking with that one? So we sticking with that one?
Too many different versions.
All right. Yeah. It's like, no, I ain't gonna keep that in. My friend Young said, I'll get down like
sore. I can't even walk for real.
that. Oh, what's that dance? We should do that dance.
Hell no.
Do it, babe.
I can't
Please.
move. I'm sore.
Just do it, please.
I'm sore, bro.
Please.
Come on, man.